So now we are very excited to get started. I'd like to introduce a couple of people that are here helping us today. From the Lake Region Kiwanis, we have Steve Hart, who's going to be taking pictures, and Miss Rebecca Gamble, who's going to be helping me this afternoon. All right. Now let's give our attention and let's get started. Our first terrific kid is Miss Trinity Terry. Trinity Terry is indeed a terrific kid. She works hard and does not give up when she is faced with a challenge. I can count on her to listen carefully and follow directions the first time they are given. During instruction, when I scan my students' faces to determine who might be confused or maybe off task, I know Trinity will always have her eyes on me and will be listening carefully. She comes to school ready to learn every day, and boy, is she learning. In addition to being a hard-working, conscientious scholar, Trinity is a kind person. Her kindness and compassion are apparent by her willingness to help others. I am honored to select Trinity Terry to represent my kindergarten class as this month's terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Cruz. Right over here. Okay, got it? All right. This month's terrific kid in Mr. Johnston's class is Tyler Mullen. Every day when Tyler comes to school, he comes straight into the classroom, says hello, and goes right to work. Tyler is meticulous with his schoolwork and does a guaranteed fantastic job. Perhaps this is why Tyler is an academic powerhouse and almost always gets a perfect score on his work. He knew all the kindergarten sight words by October. Tyler is also very eager to help others around him, whether it's with schoolwork or just lending a helping hand with whatever needs to be done. Tyler, you truly are a terrific kid. Love, Mr. Johnston. Our next terrific kid is Elijah Dernberger. It is with great pleasure that I recognize Elijah Dernberger as November's terrific kid. Elijah is an all-around great kid who displays many terrific qualities on a daily basis. Elijah is a well-mannered and respectful student. He knows and works hard to follow all classroom and school rules, setting a great example for his peers. I know I can always count on him to try his very best. I am so proud to have Elijah in my classroom. I know we can look forward to wonderful things from this young man in the future. Thank you, Elijah, for being truly terrific. Keep up the great work. Love, Miss de Guzman. Our next terrific kid is Brenna Walter. And Brenna was our terrific kid last month, but she was not here that day, so we are recognizing her today. It is with great pleasure that I recognize Brenna Walter as October's terrific kid. Brenna is new to Melrose this year, and I can tell you we are lucky to have her. Brenna has the sweetest disposition and is eager to please. She always tries her best and loves helping others, making her a truly terrific friend and classmate to her peers. I am so proud to have Brenna in my classroom. I know we can look forward to wonderful things from this young lady in the future. Thank you, Brenna, for truly being terrific. Keep up the great work. Love, Mrs. de Guzman. Our next terrific kid is Taylor Colley. Taylor is a kind, considerate, and thoughtful young boy. Taylor is also a very hard worker. He gives 100% of his best effort on all his classwork. Actually, he gives 100% effort with all he does. Way to go, Taylor. I really admire this about him. This is a characteristic of his that will take him far in life, as he knows how to work hard and not give up. Taylor is a true friend to all. If someone needs help on the playground, he's one of my first responders letting me know someone is hurt. He is always helping his partner and team. I am so happy you are in our class. You bring a smile to my face every day. We love you, Taylor. Love, Miss Coates and class. Our next terrific kid is Jaxon Broom. Jaxon Broom is our terrific kid for this month. Jaxon is a wonderful student. He works very hard and gives it his all in everything he does. No matter the task, he never complains and always has a smile on his face. He has such a positive outlook on life. He is a studious student and shows great care in his daily work. Jaxon is a leader in our classroom and helps lead his team and classmates in making good choices throughout the day. I can always count on him to guide others in the right path. He truly is an example for all to follow. Jaxon is thoughtful and reflective. He's an incredibly valued part of our class. Keep up the great work, Jaxon. Love, Mrs. Harvin and the class. Our next terrific kid is Evan Screen. What a pleasure it is to have Evan in my class this year. Let me start by telling you that there are many other things Evan would rather be doing besides school. He's an outdoorsman. He loves playing in the woods where he can explore, hunt, fish, and go on adventures. However, when Evan walks through our classroom door, he knows he has a job to do, and he turns into a model student. He's an active learner who always strives to do his very best. He has strong character and is a great example of how important it is to do the right thing, even when no one is watching. There have been many times when I've seen Evan put something away in the classroom or pick up trash on the playground without being asked. But don't let Evan fool you into thinking he's all serious business. He can be a prankster and has a great sense of humor. He's just an all-around awesome kid. Evan, thanks for being so terrific. Love, Miss Simone. Our next terrific kid is Annalise Dernberger. We are so excited to introduce Annalise Dernberger as Terrific Kid for the month of November. Annalise was chosen Terrific Kid because of her outstanding character and excellent citizenship qualities. Annalise is a leader in our classroom who leads with quiet kindness and respect for her classmates. Annalise brings a calm, positive energy into our classroom each day. She has a quick smile for her classmates as well as a helping hand. Annalise is a peacemaker and, more importantly, a peacekeeper. She has a natural ability to see both sides of a situation and how to solve the problem. She is always willing to share her time and materials when it is needed. This positive attitude has earned her the respect of her classmates and the admiration of her teacher. Annalise is a dedicated student and is always striving to do better. She pushes herself to get the job done. She turns in her classwork and homework each day with enthusiasm and makes her AR goal each month. Annalise is an awesome teacher's helper. There is never a job too big for her. We are so fortunate to have Annalise in our classroom. Her joyful attitude makes the plain magnificent and the ordinary extraordinary. We love you, Annalise. Your star is shining bright today. You are truly a terrific kid. Love, Miss Ann Johnson and the marvelous second graders. Our next terrific kid is Elijah Pelli. I am so excited to choose Elijah Pelli to represent our class as this month's terrific kid. Eli stands out for being kind, honest, and a hard worker. When I asked Eli's friends to describe him, each of them replied without hesitation. He is a super hard worker, he works well with everyone, and he is so sweet. Eli's kind nature, good manners, and always doing his best is what makes him so terrific. Keep up the great work, Eli. Love, Mrs. Maynard and the class. Our next terrific kid is Noah Cannon. Noah Cannon was selected to be Terrific Kid, and we are so proud to have him represent our classroom of pirates. Noah has worked hard to achieve this pristine honor. This young man is blessed with the most sincere heart and honesty that gives him an anti-pirate reputation. Noah shares his gifts with everyone he meets. He has earned the respect and love of his teacher and his fellow crewmates. Noah has displayed hard work, determination, and perseverance towards all of his academic goals. He is kind and is always willing to lend a helping hand. His joyful enthusiasm makes the plain and ordinary extraordinary. Noah, we are so proud of you and think you are awesome. We all love you, love Mrs. Saprell and the Pirates. Our next terrific kid is Chevelle Koya. Chevelle is a terrific kid for numerous reasons. She comes into class every morning with a smile on her face and a pep in her step. She is truly happy to be at school. Chevelle is fun to be around, and her energy is contagious. Chevelle is a student who likes to help and be responsible. She could be a poster child for the Mustang way because she is definitely a safe, respectful, kind, and active learner. For example, she often asks if there's anything that she can help me with. Many times she sees something that needs to be straightened up in the classroom and will do it without being asked. When it is time for teamwork, Chevelle will do her part and encourage others to share their thoughts as well. Chevelle's classmates describe her as kind, fun to be around, and a good friend. I definitely agree with them and will add that she has a big heart for her family. Keep being the terrific, lovable person that you are, Chevelle. We love you, Miss Grotter, and your third grade Mustang classmates. Our next terrific kid is Paisley Furred. Want to see a terrific kid in action? Just peek in our classroom and look for Paisley Furred. You can bet she'll be doing all the right things. She is the definition of terrific. In fact, she's really close to perfect. She is great at following directions and expects others to do things right too. She helps to ensure that people around her make good choices. She always comes to me quietly and discreetly to let me know someone might be going off track. She makes the right decisions when it comes to being a good friend, too. She has a sensitive heart and really cares about others. She handles things in a really mature way, and it seems to come naturally for her. I'm starting to think this might have something to do with the way she's being raised. Great job, Mom and Dad. I feel fortunate to be able to spend the school year with another one of the Guestford girls. We love you, Paisley. That's from Mrs. Andrews and the Alligators. Our next terrific kid is Miss Caden Huntley. Caden is a terrific kid for many reasons. Here are just a few. First, Caden was voted as the most caring student in our class. The students say she is always kind to everyone. I can sit her in any group and she will instantly be good friends to those I place her with. Second, Caden certainly very caring to her teacher. If I need anything at all, she will jump at the chance to help without even being asked. Every afternoon when we are about to leave, you can find Caden crawling across the floor, picking up the tiniest pieces of paper to make sure our room is neat and tidy. Lastly, this Johnson crew loves our Caden and thinks she is one terrific kid. Love, Mrs. Johnson. Our next terrific kid is Nathaniel Rivera. There is a student in class who is quiet and focused, acknowledging his understanding of content and absorbing every bit of learning. That terrific kid is Nathaniel. With his laser focus, he shines while he works in a quiet, respectful way. Even in the midst of chaos, he is like a locomotive staying right on track. Nathaniel is a shining example of an ideal student. He understands his job as a learner and is respectful of the fact that being successful takes hard work and a lot of concentration. His dedication pays off in huge ways, such as always achieving his monthly AR goal and earning honor roll. With so many positive attributes, we have no doubt Nathaniel will go far in life, whatever path he chooses. Nathaniel, we love you. Miss Fuller, Mrs. Johnston, Miss Kaufman, and Mr. and Miss Darby. Our next terrific kid is Nicky Rivera. Nicky is the definition of a sweetheart. She has a gentle spirit and always displays a positive attitude. She is kind to everyone, friends and teachers alike, but she is also a wonderful student. She takes great pride in her work, making sure every assignment is neat, complete, and done with care. Discouragement is not a word in her vocabulary. Even when the work gets tough, she just keeps on going no matter what. Because of her constant diligence, she is getting better and better and truly growing as a student. Nikki, we love you. Love Miss Fuller, Mrs. Johnston, Miss Kaufman, and Mr. and Miss Darby. Our next terrific kid is Malia Smith. There was this little girl who used to gaze at all of her really cool school supplies, reorganize her materials, and arrange her little fuzzy companions. Now, that girl is gone. Malia is one of the first in the class to buckle down to business. She is on task, at work, attending to what needs doing, so much so that she has become a model student for her class. Wow, she impressing her teachers. Aside from this amazing academic focus, she has a huge heart full of compassion and a mind overflowing with imagination, which comes out in her sweet personality and fascinating doodles. Malia, we love you. Love Miss Fuller, Mrs. Johnston, Miss Kaufman, and Mr. and Mrs. Darby. Our next terrific kid is Cody Wait. With Cody Wait, there is no waiting. This girl shows initiative. She goes above and beyond when it comes to learning and mastering fourth grade skills. This wonderful student actually assigned herself weekend homework in math in order to get faster and stronger in advanced multiplication. She not only makes her AR goal each month, she challenges herself to meet her goal early and then continues reading and acing her test. No one will find Cody running to the teacher with a question until she has dug in and investigated every possible solution herself. This polite, mature young lady is a solution seeker. Cody, we love you. Love Miss Fuller, Mrs. Johnston, Miss Kaufman, and Mr. and Miss Darby. Our next terrific kid is Micaela Paulino. It is with great pleasure that I announce Micaela Paulino as terrific kid from Miss Parker's homeroom. When thinking about all the qualities of a terrific kid, there is no wonder how Micaela's name bubbled to the surface. Micaela has all the qualities of terrificness. To start with, she is dutiful and diligent. She is always willing to help out and does an amazing job without complaint. She works hard and takes pride in her work. She's quiet, she's respectful, she's polite, she has a strong sense of right and wrong. Like I said, all the qualities of terrificness rolled up into one super amazing, wonderful fifth grader. Micaela, you rock. Keep being your truly awesome and wonderful self. Love, Miss Parker and class. Our next terrific kid is Sydney Pons. Sydney is a spectacular student. She is attentive during lessons, works well with her team, tries her best, and corrects mistakes. I couldn't ask for more of a work ethic from an individual. In addition to her studies, Sydney also follows classroom and school rules and procedures, which makes my job easier. She is also kind to others, a great friend, and is always willing to lend a helping hand. She is a wonderfully sweet girl and a joy to have in class. Thank you, Sydney. And that's from Miss McKinney's homeroom class. Our next terrific kid is Zack Rehan. Zack is one of the most well-mannered children in fifth grade. He uses kind words when speaking to classmates and adults. Yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am are words that are very commonly said by Zack as well. He carries a tone in his voice that is comforting and calming to those around him. I really appreciate that about him. Zack is a diligent worker. He comes in each day ready to do his best and set a good example for those around him. He produces quality work and takes pride in what he does. Zack has made his AR goal each month this year and is usually one of the first to make it. As you can see, Zack is a top-notch fifth grader with an extremely bright future. His heart of gold and willingness to learn are some of his best qualities. Way to go, Zack. Keep being your awesome self. We love you. Love, Miss Gonzalez. And our last terrific kid for today is Daryl Warren. Wow, what can I say about this amazing young man? Of course, I'm speaking about Daryl Warren. Daryl Warren was selected as our terrific kid for the month of November for several reasons. Each day, Daryl joyfully enters the classroom with an enormous smile on his face. His cheerful demeanor is absolutely contagious. Daryl sets a good example for all the students in class. He is a hard worker and tries his very best in all things. No matter what the assignment, Daryl consistently gives 100%, and he does it with a smile. He is self-motivated and always ready to learn. Being a conscientious worker, Daryl always pays attention to his work and is always deeply interested in learning. He is an absolute pleasure to be around. We are so lucky to have him in our classroom. In addition to his positive work ethic, I also love to see his interactions with his peers. His uplifting nature is one that inspires others to be more and achieves more. He is always willing to lend a helping hand. I am so proud to have this sweet young man in our class. Way to go, Daryl. You are truly terrific, and that's from Miss Morgan in class. So that concludes our terrific kid.
Look around, the changes catch your eye, and you come to realize one can make a difference. Reach out, stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Life is bigger than just one. But one can make a difference. Nothing changes quite as much as change, and the things we rearrange, trying to make a difference. Reach down, deep down, look at the sky of another town. Listen well, the wind will tell you something good is in the air. Oh, life is bigger than just one. Oh, but one can make a difference. Oh, reach out, stand out, find out what it's all about. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Reach out and stand down, find out what it's all about now. See it all, stand tall, be there to catch them when they fall. Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference. Life is bigger than just one, but one can make a difference.